Hi, welcome back to Lauralign. Today's practice is going to be another moving meditation and working on our core slowly. So get comfy and join me on your mat. Hello, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if it's your first time. Let's go ahead and start off by scratching your head. My hair is actually still actually really wet underneath. It looks dry and fluffy, but it's totally not dry underneath. So I have a lot of hair, but anyways, give your scalp and hair some love. You can sit back in hero's pose like I'm doing, or you can lay on your back, which we will transition to the back here in a moment. Today we're going to work on 3 different core positions. Oh, and by the way, let's take these glasses off. Drink your water if you need to, so don't feel like you have to rush into this or anything, like drop everything and start scratching your scalp by any means. Take your time. But anyways, we're going to work on 3 different core poses today, starting with bridge, then plank, and honestly, I haven't really decided what the third one is at this current moment, so. You know, why don't we revisit good old boat pose at the end there? That'll work out. We'll do bridge, plank, and boat. And some stretching between and resting between. So just take a few minutes to yourself. It's like I can't help but wiggle. So if you're anything like me, you don't have to stay still in any of these poses. Feel free to think of them as fluid. So just doing vaguely pose-ish things. Okay. Because even this isn't Shavasana, which Shavasana is corpse pose. So literally just supposed to be something like this, but you can modify things however you'd like. Whatever works for you. Everyone is different, so let's embrace our differences, but also remember that that's also one thing that we have in common, is that in a lot of ways we're also different, but in the ways that matter, we are the same. So we can all use our breath to stretch and soothe even though the parts of us that we're stretching and soothing may be different. So, come in full loop there. Make it make sense. Yeah. Might be onto something here. All right, so we're gonna spend some time on our backs here, stretching out the legs and hamstrings. So if you haven't already bent your knees here, please do so now. Tuck your heels closer to your bum. If they touch, great. If they don't, no big deal, just as close as they can be. You really want to feel the grounding down of your feet. So all four corners of each foot on the ground. Again, you should be able to lift your toes if you're doing this. So lift those toesies, move them around a little bit. I'm still working on my feet, my toes. They were definitely dead for a while there, like just kind of stuffing them into shoes that were too small, might I add. My toes were squished together, and yeah, your feet have a lot to do with your balance, so gotta take care of them. So try to bring some life into your feet always, even when you're walking around just day to day, just something extra to think about. So we're feeling grounded there, and you can lift up your left foot here slowly off the ground, still feeling quite grounded. In your right foot, not your right leg not coming out, but staying straight. And just play with grabbing onto this leg, interlacing your fingers behind your left thigh, kind of pulling, pushing, flexing foot, pointing foot. Just play with stuff here. What feels good for you? You can even bend your knees as much as you want to. Shin parallel to the mat. This can feel quite nice here. So we got options. Just kind of seeing what's up with our legs today. Option to touch the toes. Shoulders still flat on the mat. Option to lift up just a bit, engaging the core. Breathing deeply. If you want, adopt a mantra with your breath. So for me, it's inhale and think stretch. Exhale and think soothe. Stretch and soothe. Can pull that knee up to your chest. Even playing with this balance so much that you extend your right leg out. So you can also play with it like that. Wherever you are, bend that right knee again, and we're gonna cross the left ankle over that right knee. Left foot flexed here to protect the ankle, and you can stay here, or you can lift up that right foot. Both feet flexed. Right shin parallel with the mat. And fingers interlaced and weaved. Weaving through the hole here. I'm really good at explaining things, obviously. So obviously you might have to look to the video for that one. You're like, what is she talking about? Listen, there's a lot going on here, more than meets the eye. So you can always play with straightening this right leg. If your hands don't quite reach behind your thigh here, you can always use a homemade prop here to help you. We're gonna, like a strap or cloth. Okay. You can release all that, both feet back on the ground, both knees bent. Take a second to breathe, shake that off a little bit. Find your foundation again. Because guess what? We're doing the same thing on the other side. So lifting that right leg up, keeping your left leg bent. Notice how this side might be different. Probably is different. Crazy how you really start to notice in which ways you use different sides of your body. Again, playing with pointing, flexing, bending the knee, extending the left leg out. Grounding down through that left thigh. If you do so, still feeling quite a foundation of balance. Keep that core turned on as much as you can at all times. It will really assist you. When you find a nice place, pulse in and out. And when you're ready, same thing that we did before. So crossing right ankle over left thigh. Lift up left leg if and when ready. Interlacing fingers between the hole here. This is the hole that I'm talking about right here. Interlace behind the leg here. Flex both feet. Feeling such nice stretch. Nice stretch, much, wow. come out of that whenever you are ready. Shake it off, wiggle it out. Draw your knees up to your chest. Give yourself a nice hug and rock back and forth. Slowly, if you'd like. It can be a challenge to do this one slowly. You gotta use your core. Option to lift up, touch the nose to the knees. For a little bit of core ignition. From here, we're gonna move into bridge. So doing as we did before, scooting the heels back to the bum, and you can actually grab your heels with your hands, kind of wiggle your arms underneath your back a little bit, which will help to open up your shoulders and your chest. Make sure you feel that foundation. You can press your palms down, your forearms down, lifting up from the pelvic floor, pressing. Ooh. Glutes engaging. Very nice stretch through the quads here. Let that go whenever you're ready. Ooh, my, that felt nice. And rolling up to seated. Take a moment here just to breathe, stretching it out. So a seat of your choice here. You can have a modified staff pose, Dandasana here, like I'm doing. Dig into your heels a little bit if you'd like. That can help engage the core a little bit more as well. Or you can crisscross applesauce, cobbler's pose, whatever you feel like here. Dealer's choice. From your seat, make sure your spine is straight. You can feel this drawing down, pressing into your sit bones, drawing up through the front body. Engaging your core as you do so to assist. I am noticing quite a difference in the way I'm able to hold myself up just from this little bit of core work that I've been doing recently, and also the deep tissue massages working on my erector muscles and my shoulders and basically my whole very tense back. So again, highly recommend deep tissue massages, and something I will be discussing in a future video along with my upper cervical chiropractic care. The two really do go hand in hand, so Okay, so from the seat that you chose, we are gonna go ahead and transition into one of my faves, which is cat-cow. So find your foundation here and wiggle it on out. Try to take it slow. I know I literally just rushed through. I'm like, stretchy time, but slower is better as to not only enjoy the sensations, but also realize if something is hurting you. Remembering this, bending the elbow and pushing up. So almost like a push up, you know? But feeling that foundation that way. I left my scrunchie somewhere. I don't have a hair tie, so my hair is just gonna have to be everywhere today. And y'all will just have to deal with it, okay? That thumbnail's gonna be looking crazy. My hair is gonna be like straight up. How about I just make this the thumbnail? Do like a ring, just because. Anyways, cat-cow it out here. Cat-cow to your heart's content. Feel free to throw in a hovering cat where you lift your knees up off the ground for a little core work and upper body work. From here, I am gonna go ahead and get my plank going. I'm gonna just hold the plank for as long as I can. Now, I'm not gonna talk during this because I really wanna focus on it, but what I want you to focus on if you choose to do a plank is when you press into your toes, you should be doing so in a way that allows you to flex the foot and really feel the integrity of basically like the line all the way up your body, right? So like heel up to your sit bone, you should really feel like your hamstrings turn on that way, but also, I mean, really you should be a straight line. So if you're dipping at all, then that's not a plank, right? So feel free to use any modifications. Do it on your elbows, use your knees instead of your feet. Yeah, so just focus on that connection, that balance. And I'm gonna stop talking now and we're gonna go ahead and do this plank. So you can, like I said, stay on your knees here or be on your elbows. I'm gonna not do any of that and just go for it. Up to down dog when you've had your fill. That was exhilarating. Just enjoying your you time. Enjoying this time you made for yourself, working on whatever it is you need to work on. For me, that's my core. Go ahead and kick it back to child's pose. Take a couple breaths here. Remembering that deep belly breath. Okay. Coming out of child's pose. And go ahead and take that seat of your choice once more. We are just gonna stretch out the side body and the arms a little bit here. I'm gonna just do one leg in front of the other. Now this can feel quite nice to put one leg in front of the other, and I have the hip flexibility somehow that I'm able to basically put my legs flat on the ground, which is awesome. But if they don't reach, then don't feel bad. I am, like I said, very surprised that I can even do this. It's basically been this way the whole time I've been doing yoga. You can always put blocks underneath if they don't reach. And basically just move your arms. You can move them up and down, so clasped at the top of, like above your head, and then down on the ground. If you feel like you need a stretchy, you can do one arm in front, one arm hooked under, kind of supporting the weight of that arm, feeling a nice stretch. But ultimately, what I want us all to do in our own time is plant your right hand on the mat, and the left arm comes up, over, 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 over. Bend that right elbow so you can stretch a little further into that side body stretch. Keep your neck nice and long, neutral, not scrunched. Same thing on the other side. You can switch your legs and do it again. So right leg comes in front. Just enjoying these stretches and sensations. When you are ready, go ahead and pad that booty with a blankie or pillow if you need to. You can even do this on a block if you need to. We're gonna move into boat pose. So back into that modified staff pose here. Block between the legs can feel nice and really assist in balance. So pop one of those bad boys in there if you want. And whenever you're ready, so you can either dig into your heels and lean back for this and do like a modified boat pose. Feel free to still hook your hands on the back of your legs here. This can feel quite nice. You can still very much feel a core workout, so don't feel like you have to do this next part, but lift your legs if you'd like. Relax your face. Breathe. Ooh. Coming out of that whenever you're ready. From here, that's pretty much it. So meet me back in Shavasana. You can use your blankie or pillow as a pillow if you want, or under the lumbar, wherever you feel like you might need it. You can smile a little bit here and give thanks to yourself for taking the time for yourself. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with me. Remembering that during times of stress, you can always come back to the one thing that we all have in common, and that is your breath. So take that knowledge off your mat and have a great rest of your day. Make sure to drink your water. Stay in Shavasana for a couple more minutes with me if you would like. And I will see you next time. Bye.